Welcome to Breaking Barriers with Amy. Something that changed the way I build and the way I lead. Had nothing to do with strategy, it had everything to do with emotional maturity. At one point, I took almost everything personally: silence, questions, lack of response, even neutral feedback. It all felt loaded. And that emotional weight slowed me down more than any obstacle ever did. Not everything that feels personal is actually personal. When you attach your identity to reactions, momentum becomes fragile. Silence feels like rejection. Questions feel like doubt. Criticism feels like attack. And once emotions start steering direct decisions, clarity disappears. So the work I'm building requires steadiness. But when I interpreted everything through emotion, I found myself adjusting based on feelings instead of alignment. That's exhausting, to be honest. And it creates inconsistency. The shift didn't happen overnight. It started when I paused before reacting. Instead of asking why didn't they respond, I asked what's actually within my control here. Instead of internalizing feedback as an identity, I started viewing it as information. Some information was useful, some wasn't. Either way, it didn't define me. That small shift built emotional distance, and that distance created stability. I stopped assuming, I stopped personalizing silence, I stopped letting outside reactions dictate internal confidence. That steadiness made my direction clearer. The work I'm building demands emotional discipline. Not everyone will understand the vision. Not every effort will receive applause. Not every message will land immediately. If reactions determine consistency, growth becomes unpredictable. When alignment determines consistency, momentum compounds. Learning not to take everything personally strengthened my leadership. It made me follow through steadier. It protected my energy and it allowed me to keep moving without being emotionally derailed. So imagine how much steadier your progress could feel if reactions didn't control your confidence. I if clarity guided your movement instead of emotion. Emotional maturity isn't about becoming cold. It's about becoming grounded. What I'm building became stronger when I stopped personalizing everything and started protecting my emotional stability. If this message resonates, hit the like, follow, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.